Very, very clear to you. There is no such thing as get rich quick. There's no such thing as get rich easy, but there is such a thing as get rich quicker and get rich easier. So whatever you do in life, you're not just gonna magically snap your fingers and all of a sudden make money, but there are definitely ways that you can make your life a lot easier because their quote unquote laziness leads them to evaluate all the opportunities and choose the opportunity that has the best ROI, the best vehicle to get them to their destination. So in today's video, I have a very simple promise for you. I'm gonna show you the laziest way. And by the way, don't ever let anyone shame you for looking for the laziest way. A lot of times the laziest translates into the smartest. So I'm gonna show you the laziest way to make money this year. And we're gonna do that by evaluating all the different business models out there and get to the bottom of really what makes the most sense for you at your career stage. All right, so listen, as a 9-figure entrepreneur, I've been asked this question over and over. And a lot of people, I come from a very unique perspective because I own multiple software companies. I own multiple physical product brands, for example, like my eyewear business. I got my start doing service businesses. I've been one of the most successful people in digital products probably ever. And at least at this current time, I'm the #1 digital product expert in the world. And as I said, going back to my software companies, one of the companies that I own is a company that helps people with digital products. And at the time of recording this, at least people make about $100 million a month on my platform. So I'm in this very interesting position where, I've had service businesses, I have some bootstrap software companies, I have some VC funded software companies, I have physical product brands, I have consumable brands. Like my investment in my empire is so far reaching. So I'm not really married or obsessed over any one model. They can all work. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and show you which one is really the laziest one, aka the smartest path. So that way you're not working 60, 70 hours a week on this thing that may or may not work. So that's why in today's video, we're gonna answer a very simple question. How can you make the most amount of money with the least amount of effort? You see, in 2025, there's this whole stigma, there's this whole grind culture where anyone asking this question should be shunned for wanting to make money with minimal effort. And as someone who has taught thousands and thousands and thousands of aspiring entrepreneurs how to make money online, to be honest, at this point, it might even be millions. I want to tell you something very important. Asking what is the laziest, which to me really just means the smartest, the highest ROI way in terms of how much you put in versus how much you get out. Like as an investor, for example, I'm always looking at deals that I'm going, how can I make the highest return, have the largest delta from what I put in compared to what I get out? Why should business be any different, or side hustles or online businesses be any different? Like it's a very valid question to ask, and you should not be shamed for wanting to be a bajillionaire and work your face off for 30 years and sleep on a mattress. It's like, no, your business can work for you, and you can build a lazy business that works for you rather than you being a slave to business. So this is a very valid question, and don't let anyone, the whole hustle culture thing, like try to shame you for asking this question. And listen, I'm sure you've seen this and I'm sure you're sick of it. How many videos have you seen on YouTube telling you the reason that you're not a millionaire is because you're just simply not working hard enough? Okay, cool. So using that same logic, is that the reason why nurses, teachers, and construction workers aren't millionaires because they just don't work hard enough? Of course not. We know that's ridiculous. Those are some of the hardest working professionals out there. You see, hard work is just one component of becoming rich, and the richest people on earth, they know this, they understand this. As Warren Buffett once famously said, it's not about how hard you row, it's about what boat that you're in. So in very simple terms, the business model you choose is more important than the hours you dedicate to it. Some business models require more work than others to achieve the same result. That is quite frankly a fact. So today, I'm gonna help you find the laziest business model. I'm gonna compare 5 different business models. And by the way, this is speaking from experience, not a, hey, well, I think this one's harder, or I think this, like, by the way, coming from someone who's made $1 million in profit with every single one of these models, literally every single one of them. And some of these models I've made up to $100 million from. So like, trust me, I know what I'm talking about when I speak about this. And we're gonna compare them to find the one that allows you to make the most money with the least effort. So to compare these business models, let's use 5 categories to accurately assess which business model is truly the laziest. The first one is upfront capital. Now, the capital category measures the minimum dollar amount you need to spend to start the business and get it off the ground. Next is scalability. Now, scalability measures your ability to make more money without doing additional work. Next, we look at fulfillment. Now, fulfillment measures how challenging it is to deliver whatever it is that you're selling. Next, we look at risk. Now, different business models have various levels of risk. Risk is usually linked to time and capital. And by the way, I am not a fan at all of risk when it comes to starting a business. Now, later on in your life, you can take big bets. A lot of times when I start companies or, even my existing businesses, the other day we sent a $500,000 wire for our next batch of product for the eyewear company. Or for example, when I started Big Day, my consumable brand, we put almost $1 million into stock just from the get-go. And as time goes on, you can put more risks into these businesses. These days, I'm taking very, very big risks in terms of my capital, in terms of how much money I'm investing in businesses. That's really what I've been doing the majority of last year in my free time, is just buying up a lot of companies. And usually each month I reveal one of those. I'm sure some of you guys saw, I took a major stake in a company called WALP as a co